Hi, Matt of the etrailer. Today we're going to be talking about the Thule OutPace bike rack on the back of our 2025 Toyota RAV4. Now, this is going to be a great option for anyone who's looking for a super versatile rack that's also going to be very compact, very light, so it's going to be easy to put on and take off your vehicle when you're not using it, and it's not going to take up too much space in your garage. So let's start off by talking about how close it's sitting to our vehicle with the bike on here. So right now, you'll notice we are not making any contact. So if I go to shake this, this is on here really well, even if you're on some bumpy roads. But at the moment, I won't be able to open up that hatch. To do that, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to pull on this central cable here, and this will tilt back. And that's pretty impressive because this is even going to have a weight capacity of 55 pounds per bike, so it can even accommodate your lighter e-bikes. And this is going to be great if you need to get back here, if you need to grab any of your groceries, or even sit down and tie your shoe. It can be a little bit awkward sometimes if you're trying to do that, but it is still manageable. And when you're done, you can get up and close this up. Now let's talk about what it's going to be like to actually take off. So when I push up on here, it will click into place, and we're going to have two straps per tire. Or one strap per tire, two straps in total. Once both of these are removed, I'm going to go to the main post that's making contact right here. And what's nice about this too is it has a ratcheting device, so you can get this really tight. So I'll release that there, and we'll just pick up, and now we can take it out for a ride. Now with those cradles, there are going to be some unique features to them. You can actually fold those inwards. And I like that because that gives us the ability to really save some space when we are storing it. Now, when you're driving around, you don't have to fold these up. That's how it works. Lift it up like that and folding it down. But a lot of times, I leave mine out, and I'll talk about that here in a few minutes. First, I'm going to put this up and get a couple measurements. Now, with that down, the first measurement I'm going to get is going to be the ground clearance. And that lets us know if we're going up any steep inclines, if we're going to bottom out. And we're sitting at 23 inches, which is really good. Even with those heavier e-bikes back here, we're not going to make contact with the ground. Now for the total distance out it sits, that's going to be about 26 inches. So 26 inches away from your vehicle is pretty standard for a two-bike carrier. I would recommend just watching out if you're in a tight space like a parking spot or garage, so you don't make contact with anything. We can get it a little bit more compact than that, but when I do that, I typically like to make sure everything is very tight, close to us, and I'll pull on the strap again and push up. And right here, we can maneuver this so we're not going to be making contact with your vehicle, and it is important that you lock this into place so that doesn't make contact with the vehicle either. That's looking pretty good there. So when I measure from our back bumper to the back of the vehicle, this is going to be 8 inches. So 8 inches for a bike carrier is really impressive. Again, still watch out for those tight spots. Now, how it's going to be sitting back here, we are going to be blocking a few things. So we're going to be blocking a bit of our license plate here. And that's why I don't like to leave these in for the most part, because we're going to block a little bit more of it. But if you're blocking this much of it, it can really go either way. And the same is going to go for this backup camera. I'd recommend mainly using your back window or your mirrors if you are going to back up. And we're not going to come close to even blocking your taillights. The way this is going to install is we're going to have a 2-inch shank, or I mean an 1 1/4 shank, and it's going to have a 2-inch adapter on there. So it'll work with those 1 1/4 shanks and 2-inch shanks. And what I'm doing right now is turning this handle. This handle is going to be your anti-rattle device, and you'll notice it's going to move a little bit more now. And we're going to have this hook that goes into the pinhole, so that's nice that we don't have to worry about keeping that on hand or even losing one, because it's going to be built in to the design of this. And now I can take it out. When I compare that to other racks out there, this is really easy to work with. And this is where I really just start to fold in these arms now, because I don't need them out. And sometimes the way this is oriented, that strap might get in your way. But there we go. And then we can even fold it down even further. Now, I like this because when it's sitting in your garage, you don't have to worry about tripping over that shank. So overall, this part is going to be one of my top choices if you're looking for a compact rack. Another one that's pretty good is going to be the shifts and grins. And what's nice about that one is it's going to be a little bit larger. So if you want something that's going to look a little bit more sturdy and tough looking, that's great. But with that, it's going to be heavier too. So this is going to be a lot easier to manage. But if you do decide to go with this, let us know how it's working for you in either a comment or review. But if you have any questions, let us know here at eTrailer. And again, I'm Matt, and thanks for watching.